are 70,000 real estate agents in Dubai. Is it all about making fast money, or can you actually trust money?
We're here in this video to try to see if we can solve this real estate agent dilemma here in Dubai, and make sure you stay until the end where we share 3 of our biggest tips, what we learned from investing in real estate here over the past 3 years.
Directly when you land in Dubai, you get sucked into this madness. Even before you pick up the luggage, there's a developer everywhere to just trying to sell you the different projects. And when you take the taxi into the city, you have the marketing advertiser everywhere on both sides.
It's completely different to anywhere else we've been in the world. You can buy property in the malls, you can buy them on the beach. It can be quite overwhelming and daunting, and that's the same way we felt 3 years ago when we moved here. And it's very easy to get sucked into projects, you know, and believing that the hype is real. So the marketing engine is always moving here.
It's really easy to believe what the real estate agent is saying, because you've seen these flashy apartments building, but you don't really know the motive behind it.
It's important to try to understand the real estate agent market here. Like, who are the people coming to seek a better life in Dubai, in the UAE? What is it that's motivating them as well? What we tend to find, even if there's 70,000 agents here, many people here a very short period of time. Because basically when they come here, the supply of real estate agents is overwhelming. There's so many that they only get paid commission on what they sell. Which means that if you're coming here from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, where we see a lot of agents coming from, the companies can give them whatever project they want without any risk. If they sell it, they get commission, otherwise they won't. And some people also are depending on their salary to keep their visa, right? Which means that they're incentivized to do quick wins instead of building long-term relationships. Similar, we see a lot of people coming from the UK, for instance, from Europe, from Sweden, all the Western countries, to come and live the flashy Dubai lifestyle. And they also might get put on projects that they are pushing more towards customers. And you need to really question, are they here for the long term or not? Are they just here to cash in a couple of years, or are they actually living here? Are they actually committing here long term? Because then it differs a lot if they want to build a long-term relationship with you or not.
But also they might not know the right people, so they only get the bad project or the bad units that is left.
Yeah, and we did that kind of when we started looking. We did the same mistake. We looked for real estate agents that came from our country, but we quickly realized that the best ones are the ones who actually live there for long term, or actually are committing long term to the region, regardless of background or which country they're coming from. And it's important to understand these different dynamics and try doing your research and your kind of discovery and questioning your real estate agent before committing, if this is someone you trust and want to work long-term with. Then moving over to the topic of that business ethics and business culture differs a lot depending on the country.
Yeah, because here in Dubai, there's so many different people coming from all over the world. So of course it's going to be different for different countries and the culture, how you're dealing the business and everything. We saw that when we sold our first apartment here in Dubai. There were actually one and the same buyer who was calling different real estate agents and tried to push down the prices.
Yeah, which would be, for us, from our culture, that would be a big no-no, and like, you know, against every type of ethics. But it's important not to take things personal, and to be kind of open-minded, but also a bit cynical as well, to really question, you know, do they understand business the same way as yourself? And you learn a lot for sure.
Yeah, of course. And how about how they push things to you?
Yeah, that's an interesting aspect as well. And we have spoken with, 50, 60 different real estate agents, probably even more, right? And I've been working in sales my whole life, and it's been very surprising to me, the lack of sales skills and knowledge. It's typical that instead of actually looking and doing a proper discovery and understanding the clients, what they tend to do is begin with the product and just try to push it to you, right? And it goes back to kind of the urgency they need for a lot of these people in order to sell, in order to keep their visa, in order to be able to stay in the country or be able to make that money quickly, whatever they want to do. Instead of actually what we see very, very few do, asking, questioning what you want to build, like what's your intentions, what's important for you, what you want to do with this investment, and trying to build that long-term relationship where you can have multiple wins over years. So quite surprisingly, and if that's a gap we're seeing here a lot, is the sales skills and knowledge is very, very much lacking. And I think this is due to that short-term perspective. So the real estate agents that have more long-term perspectives, they will for sure be the ones winning in the end.
But I think also the issue is that they have people who are just calling. We know that when we bought an apartment here, somewhere it went on a list and then suddenly all the real estate agent got access to this list. So you probably have 300 calls or something from different real estate. And the funny thing is that they don't even look whatever they found. They don't know the apartment, they don't know the size, they don't know anything. So they started to just ask questions about your apartment that they still have access to.
Yeah, it's super inefficient for sure. It's also very, very badly done. I would say they lack the training. It's my experience. Everyone calls it the same way. Hi, sir. How are you doing? And instead of actually giving the intention of the call, what we suggest is just be very, very mindful. Listen to your gut feeling. Is this someone who truly cares about your investment, that truly wants to listen, actively listening to you? Then give them an opportunity. If there's someone who's just trying to push something to you, be very mindful and be very careful about what are those underlying intentions that they might have.
And another funny story, when we tried to sell the apartment, it was a real estate agent who was trying to push for our 1-bedroom apartment, but the buyer actually want to have a villa.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense at all.
There are so many strange dialogues we've had, and we're gonna cover that fully in another video, that whole selling process, all the steps we went through and the madness of all the WhatsApps and everything in a separate video. So make sure you click that subscribe button and you'll get that directly in your inbox.
So the 3 tips that we learned during this journey is the first one: build a relationship with someone who is there for the long run. Number 2, understand how they are incentivized.
Yes, incentives always drive behavior. So make sure you fully understand it. And if you don't, ask them openly, how do you get commission on this? What type of developers? Are you exclusively working with one developer, or can you supply from any type of developer? Questions like this.
Number 3, the most important one: build your own view. So make sure that you do your due diligence, understand the market, understand your needs and what you want to invest in. By doing that, you can more easily challenge your real estate agent and see where their perspectives are.
Yeah, don't blindly trust anyone with your money at the end of the day. I think this is important, but it's not all bad. We have the privilege to meet some amazing people here that are very passionate about what they do. They're very passionate about the region and really care about building these long-term relationships. And that has been for us amazing, right? And something why we want to stay here longer is actually this people and this network. So don't be afraid. Just put in the work and put in the effort to fully understand the underlying factors why people act the way they do. And if you have any questions or queries about this, because we know for sure we did.
Yeah, and try to, when you start, try to speak to a couple ones so you get kind of an understanding and see your point of view.
Yeah, and don't trust anyone all full on, even ourselves, we don't know everything, but we try to shape our own opinion and we try to make use of all this knowledge around us to make the right decisions and the right calls. So reach out to us if you have more queries or if you want to see other things on this channel. Keep on subscribing. We love you guys for doing that, and we'll see you very soon with updates here from Dubai and around the world.
Yes.